guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at the evolution of GTA. So it's 1989.
1989. Playable only on the Commodore 6 with only 1.5 million players. This is the story of how GTA became one of the best video game series of all time.
GTA 5, GTA 4, GTA Vice City. Now I'm doing there are going to be a video of GTA Vice City pretty soon. Spoiler alert. No, that's not bad.
The second GTA video game was slightly different to the rest. You could only play it in an arcade. It was small, so it got no official.
So GTA 1990.
For 6 years, GTA game devs had been developing what they thought would be a masterpiece, Grand Theft Auto Game Boy Edition. The fuss of it being
boy,
very
I was
similar
not even born.
to Pokemon, it was actually slammed by critics. Then came the launch of the first full GTA game, Grand Theft Auto 1. The official PlayStation magazine praised it as one of the most original yet controversial releases on the
GTA
planet.
1. Whoa boy, I have never played this game, but this game is like one of the best games at his time. His time,
it
its time.
featured a bird's eye camera
not
view. The player got these missions through phone calls, and these missions would get you to points that would help you complete levels. These points also used as currency to buy items in the game. There were 2 more games developed, GTA London 1969 and London 1961, both released in 1999, with the same dynamics as the first one. So, right after these 2 games, Grand Theft Auto 2 was released in 1999. The gameplay was
Wow, Grand Theft Auto 2.
very
This
similar
game, these games in their timeline, like in 1999, Grand Theft Auto 2 dominated the world, like absolute domination of the world has ever seen.
predecessor, 2D, third view camera, and many missions. If you played the PC version back in the day, you could choose from Noon and Dusk version, and there was an improvement in graphics. It was available on PlayStation,
Look at the graphics. This looks like real GTA.
Dreamcast, PC, and Game Boy.
At this time, so good
And
of a
now
graphics.
we're slowly entering the 3D universe with Grand Theft Auto 3, released in 2001. It introduced
Yes, Grand Theft Auto 3. Wow, how many players played this game is insane. Like, I don't know what even to say. Plus,
person POV. Now players can see an open world through the innovative over-shoulder camera. Story-wise, we're also going back to Liberty City, first introduced in GTA 1. We're playing as Claude. During a bank robbery, Claude is shot by his girlfriend and he got arrested by the police and sentenced to be in jail. As he and another prisoner were transferred, both of them escape and get in the way of a crime boss. As Claude is quenching his thirst for revenge, his wanted level increases, which can make you being chased by a policeman or avoid getting captured. Following up on the 3D universe, now we're presenting Grand Theft Auto Vice City, released in 2000.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Man, I have played this game since 2013, and this is 20. This is like, I can't even say what you say. What? No, that's not a word. But this game is insane. Just gonna say that. This is one of the best games, even in 2020. I like GTA 4 and Vice City are my favorite games, more than liking GTA 5.
2002. This is the 6th full game
Look at
in the
Tommy.
franchise, and now we're in a city based in Miami. Here we're playing as Tommy Vercetti, a mafia hitman who, after a deal has gone wrong, he's looking out for some revenge. The players are constantly completing main and side missions, unlocking playable areas. Now, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
still is
The
one of
best,
the
one of the best
important
games.
titles of the saga.
Now the picture that is saying, this is, you can be a police officer. In GTA 3 and GTA Vice City, you can be a police officer, but you can't call backup.
Released
here you
in
can.
2004, it has the same graphics as the previous titles of the 3D universe. We're now playing as CJ, or Carl Johnson, framed with charges of murder by dirty cops. To keep him on the streets, CJ has to complete certain missions. So, what's different? Well, now we can actually fully roleplay as CJ by personalising his appearance, exercising, and more. During the time GTA 4 was in development, Rockstar Studios released a couple of packs to expand the story of the universe. Those stories are Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, where we're playing as Tony Cipriani. This game was released in 2005.
This was insane. Now there's going to be an upcoming game that I'm going to tell you. GTA 6. Rockstar is currently working on 2013. Man, Rockstar, you need to hurry up. So let's get moving.
And the mission we must complete is making Tony the right hand of the mafia boss. The following year, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories was released, and now he's looking to create an empire in Vice City.
Vice City Storyline. GTA Vice City Storyline. I am looking forward to get this game and buy this game and play this. This is insane.
These stories set as a preamble for the HD universe, where Grand Theft Auto 4 is the leading man. Released in 2008, this platform increased the gameplay and rendered graphics into a more realistic and detailed level. We're now playing as Nico Bellic, an immigrant with big dreams who arrived at Liberty City. Here, you can travel the city in different vehicles, and during combat, you can use several weapons.
This is the several weapon thing. This circle, this is in GTA 5 as well. And I think it's going to be GTA 6. I don't know. I'm not the developer or Rockstar.
Also,
definitely not. Probably not.
Mode, which can be used while driving cars. It also has a multiplayer mode up to 32 players. This game had two exclusive DLC contents called The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, which expanded the story even more. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars has a very different presentation from the previous games in the series, by partially resembling the first Grand Theft Auto titles. Instead of a ground level view behind the protagonist,
like GTA Chinatown, I'm looking forward to play this game as well. I think it's a mobile game. I don't know, I never found this game mobile.
Top-down perspective, Chinatown Wars uses a fully rotatable camera and...
Guys, this video is kind of boring, so let's go to the 8 minutes. Let's subscribe this channel. You guys need to subscribe me as well, okay? I'm gonna cry. Okay. So let's look for evolution of GTA in Copacop's channel. This is it.
Of GTA 5. Here we have the first GTA, just called Grand Theft Auto 1990s.
Look at this. This was not mentioned in the previous GTA Revolutionary video.
Kill frenzy. And the game was literally about killing everybody and trying to do as much damage as possible. As you can see, it's all about getting a tank and driving.
Wow, that is brutal. That is like brutal every GTA game.
Over vehicles, and the vehicles blow up. Right over here we have Grand Theft Auto London 1961.
London,
so this
yes.
is like the
Yes,
kind of like the
yes.
second game version, and you're really gonna see it evolve, and that's just the awesome part. I think here he has to do some missions. I mean, he's driving in London, of course, so some probably deliver some tea and crumpets to the Queen. Beautiful game for its time, 1999.
Yes, Copacop Jody is right. One of the best games at its time. I told you in the previous video.
And just
Not
driving,
mine,
and it was all about driving. Now here we have Grand Theft Auto 2, and it was still about dealing as much damage as possible, as you can see, as many people as possible. And this car literally has guns on it.
Copacop, excuse me, those are machine guns, not guns.
That's crazy. Oh, that was the first stunt you have ever seen in your life. Also, who just parks tanks in the middle of the city? Kill!
That is true. Who parks that?
Frenzy! Yeah, these type of games definitely not allowed anymore. you know, where you have to kill innocent people on the streets. That's not happening anymore. That's not happening
That's true,
anymore.
that's
But
true.
We're nearing a point, you're going to see in the GTA timeline where things are about to change. Because
Yes.
in 2001, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out. I played this game
Grand Theft Auto military trucks like tanks, military trucks, and military jeep is same as Grand Theft. I think like I don't remember, like maybe Vice City. Yes.
so much. And Grand Theft Auto 3
Yes.
was more about, you know, a story, and you had
Excuse me, Cobocop. Every GTA game has a story, except for like 90s. In 2001 to 2020, every GTA game has a story. Thank you, Cobocop. That's not how we do it.
some real missions, and it was 3D. That was the main difference.
3D
It went from
at
2D
that time. 3D.
to 3D,
Can
and
you
this
believe
was
it?
game-breaking at the time. Keep in mind, this is a game. I was 6 when this game came
Ah.
out. Look at how awesome this
I'm
game is.
0.
Rockstar Games is always ahead of the curve.
That's
These
true.
guys are geniuses.
Yes.
But yeah, look at this
Yeah.
game. It's you can really see where, you know, GTA 5 got its inspiration from. Then we had Grand Theft Auto.
Grand
Vice.
Theft Auto GTA Vice City. Grand Theft Auto is in the GTA Vice City. GTA Vice City or Grand Theft Auto Vice City is amazing. In 2000, even in 2020, 1 to 2 million players play this game. I'm pretty sure about that.
City. Drop a like if you played any of these games, because
I did.
have played Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I loved it. Just too bad you couldn't swim in this game. They kind of
Yes.
built on top of Grand
That's
Theft
kinda
Auto 3,
sucks.
I assume. They went with the same, like, hey, let's do this 3D, and it's still game-breaking at the time. Like, this was insanely awesome. This was 2002.
I know that every road, every corner, every alleyway at GTA Vice City. How much I played this game. This is insane.
And you had a game like this.
And my laptop is kind of broken. That's why I can't do the GTA Vice City. But I'm gonna try to do it not on the laptop. Reviewing from the mobile. I can play GTA Vice City mobile as well. Keep it in mind.
That is
And GTA4.
insane. Look at this dude.
I
He's
like the
just
GTA4
spraying all
graphics
over
by
the
lot.
place. This is awesome.
Yes, this dude is Tommy Versace, okay?
And
Lance and Daz are backstabbers.
GTAs to go. Oh yes, and then probably one of the best ones in 2004. This was insane. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Wow.
My man CJ, I played this game so much. I even played multiplayer because back in the day you could play multiplayer in this game. I did everything from, you know, doing the cheats with the jetpack, and I still know it by muscle memory.
Okay, let me just. This is GTA Liberty City
PS,
story.
PlayStation Portable. Play this game so much. This
The
is
group is
insane.
very
This is
similar
crazy.
as
Oh, man, I
GTA
love it.
Vice
So many
City.
good
Okay,
memories. Look
and
at
I
this.
think
Look at it.
GTA
Was it
3?
Liberty City? Was it New York? I can't really remember anymore.
I think it's New York.
The airport looked a little bit like LA. Then we had Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I don't know,
City
is this, I assume a remake from Vice City. I don't know exactly, or is it a play on? Is this Vice City 2? I haven't really touched this game, so I don't really know what it is.
It is a similar game to the main game, the main GTA Vice City game. It is just a little bit of a change. I'm looking forward to playing this game.
But it
Eventually.
looks very similar to the other
Yes,
series.
that's true.
Man, there's gonna be such a big improvement in graphics soon. It's just gonna
Yes.
jump to Grand Theft Auto 4, which was just insane. Look at this! Look at this! This is just hilarious. Looking back at it, it just looks so silly. But at the time, this game was awesome, I bet.
Yes.
And then we go 2 years later, we switch to Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 was
This is New York.
in the graphics department. This game, you know, released on the PlayStation 3, I believe, and all of a sudden these new crazy things were possible. This game looked beautiful at the time, and I played it so much. I actually got all the pigeons. I don't know if you've played Grand Theft Auto 4, you probably know what I mean when I say I got
That's
all the
insane.
pigeons. I actually got the platinum trophy for this game because I loved it so much. I had to speedrun the game
My
because that was
first
one of the
stupid
achievements.
2009. It is.
At the time, I didn't have much money, and this was a paid DLC. I didn't have the money to buy this DLC, unfortunately. So,
Guys, these games, let me skip it a little bit. You could watch the main video Cop channel, but I need to skip it because the video is going too long. Yeah, you damn. Come on. It's still in the same game. It's GTA, it's GTA Chinatown
I had Grand
Wars.
Theft Auto 4 at the time, which was still so much fun. Man, I have so many good memories, Grand Theft Auto 4. And
Yeah.
look at this.
I
It looks
never
really
played
good.
against
I believe
my
it was a mobile game. I mean, it looks like a mobile game. And then you had Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony, also another paid DLC. I would have loved to play, but I didn't have any money at the time. And oh man, I really...
Like almost like Liberty City, not Liberty City like that, like a Nico GTA 4, where I tell you the streets and it's a liberty, like GTA Vice City Stories. So let's get. Come on. Okay, my net. Grand Theft Auto 5,
Besides, it just made
2013.
fun, accelerated the growth of the Global Cup YouTube channel, and it was one of many reasons that I managed to
Look
get
at
10
that
million subscribers.
Prover
Obviously, all the
throwing
support
bombs
from
at
you
police,
folks.
and there's
Grand
the
Theft Auto
FIB
5,
SWAT
what a
shooting
game.
him.
I still
and
play
police
weekly.
force as well.
I
This is
still
the
am
message.
really excited when a new update comes out, and it is just...
I want to say last thing before ending this episode is that GTA 5 is the first game having online and story mode. Be sure to check that out. I will meet you guys